So welcome back to Harry Makes It Up. I'm here today with my lovely model Ali, and we're just going to look at creating something that always comes around on the fashion catwalks, looking at a very contoured look, very kind of mushroom eye, really nice kind of quite a flat one-dimensional look, and then we're going to turn that into a really nice highlighted look as well, looking at different textures. So it's kind of like two looks in one, but very much focusing on that kind of neutral eye, really nice mushrooms and contouring colours. So I'm going to start prepping Ali's base with a bit of Bourjois foundation. It's the Healthy Mix Serum foundation, and it's in shade number 53. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of this on with a Real Techniques buffing brush. So I'm just going to take that onto the skin. And it's got a really nice yellow undertone, this one. It's a really good drugstore foundation. Such good price as well. So we're just going to use that just to balance out the skin tone. And I'm going to start mostly with cream to powder products and then go on to powder products on top for the first look. And just turn this way slowly. So just buffing that into the skin. Concentrate more on the inner of the face first, then work out. And if you add a little bit at a time, you're less likely to get too much build-up of product. So the first product I'm going to use on the eye is Groundwork. This is a paint pot by MAC. This is such a great universal colour. It works really well on every skin tone. It's quite a flat colour, so it's really nice for creating those kind of mushroom contoured eye looks. I'm going to start buffing that on with two brushes. So using two brushes, I'm going to use two 217s by MAC, one to apply and one to buff in so that it blends as I go. So I'm just going to dip that into the pot and just close your eyes, Mary. And I'm just going to take that across the lid. And with these, they make great primers as well, so you don't really need an eye base. But we're just going to take that slightly over the socket and then blend it up. Again, just windscreen wiper motions going backwards and forwards, just into the socket line, slightly over so you can blend it over a little bit as well. But you want a little bit of room where the brows are as well. So taking a Makeup Forever smaller brush, I'm going to go under the eye as well and take this underneath the eye. So just look up for me. So I'm just going to take this under here and we're going to buff this out as well so there's no edge. But I just want this quite a lot underneath so we can smudge it down. So using your cleaner 217 again, just go in and blend. And just push that through again a little bit more. Think of kind of Reese campaigns or Whistles campaigns, you always see this kind of eye. It's really nice, it just goes with any clothes, goes with any outfit, any look. This look always gets reused at the shows and kind of reinterpreted. So just blending that under there as well. We're going to conceal last because we're going to use a few powders as well. But I just want to make sure we've got a nice depth of that kind of mushroomy greyish underneath. And if you've got a darker skin tone, you can use something that's a little bit warmer. If you've got a paler skin tone, anything from this colour to even more grey looks really beautiful as well. So you can mix up the tones if you prefer, but just aim for that kind of mushroom colour. And then I'm going to go with this new palette that I've been using recently by Clinique, and these are amazing colours, especially if you want to invest in one really good kind of like all different brown tones. I think the range of shades in these are just perfect for doing this kind of mushroomy eye. You've got your nice dark tone, you've got a medium tone, very similar to the colour by Groundwork as well. And we're going to use this to do a little bit more contouring into the eye. So first of all, I'm just going to take, with the blending brush we used earlier, a bit of the lighter shade mixed with this one, just to go through the rest of the eye so it's nice and clean. Okay, and then going back in now with the mid-tone, mixed with a little bit of the dark tone, we're going to use a bit of a 217, and we're just going to start, with your eyes looking forward, just go into where your socket line is and just start to build that up a little bit more. You can even use the Groundwork and do it again, but I just find once the Groundwork's set, sometimes it's nicer with powders to go on top. Head, just start making your shape, and then close. And then again, more with the kind of mid-tone. I'm going to take a tiny bit of that same colour just under the eye as well, just in the outer corner. More just to give it a bit more depth. And turn this way from the eye. Just a little bit on that inner inside corner. Almost reminds me a bit of a Burberry eye as well, this look. It's very kind of Burberry Brit or Burberry Blossom. I'm using my MAC eyelash curlers, just look right down from the eye. So just lift the eye, keep looking down. And just curl the lashes, tilt it back a little bit. Okay, turn this way now and look right down for me. And just tilt it a little bit. going to use Coat Mascara by Origins Ginseng. This is a really nice brightening mascara to lengthen and lift. It's got a really lovely thick brush. Just look down for me, Ali. I'm just going to run this through the top lashes. And just push that into the roots of the lashes as well. So to give this look a bit more of a modern twist, I've been mentioning in my blog recently how you can use gel in eyebrows. And this is my favourite product for doing this. It gives a really nice editorial effect. And because the eye is so simple, this is just a really nice alternative way of styling your brows. So this is Gelac by Bumble and Bumble. It's quite expensive, so for a cheaper alternative you could always use a Strong Fix hair gel, or even you can try with hairspray. The amount you'll need is very, very tiny. I find it's best actually to use something like a disposable mascara wand to do this. And I'm just going to run a little bit of this into the gel. And then first of all I'm just going to push it through the brows. Okay, so before I actually start styling them, just make sure, try and avoid getting too much on the skin, but you just want to get it through the brows. And then what you want to start doing is just rolling it through the brows. So using your mascara wand, you just want to kind of roll it into place, so you set the hairs. So once your brows have dried into place and they've stayed with a really nice kind of sticky up pointy feature, you can just draw in any gaps you need to, or just kind of polish off the shape. I'm going to use a bit of CQ eye pen in number 2, and this is waterproof. So this is really good for long lasting throughout the day. So you can just almost like thicken up in between the hairs. Something a little bit smaller and ever so slightly less. I'm just going to use a bit of 2000 calorie max factor mascara on the bottoms. But I don't want the bottom lashes too mascara-y, so just look up for me. I'm just going to gently feather that over, just for a little bit of definition. I'm going to use a little bit of Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer in 040, so I'm just going to pop this under the eye, and I'm going back to my MAC 224 brush. Just look up for me. I'm just going to pop this under the eyes, and a little bit around the nose as well. And I'm just going to blend that in. Buffing as you go along. So now I'm going to powder, because I want this to be quite a flat look to start with, but I am going to use a light reflective powder. So although this won't make it look dewy, it will just make it look a bit more of a modern texture. So I'm going to use Translucent Crystal by NARS. And I'm just going to use a Japanese artist brush, and I'm just going to give a light dusting over the skin. So this is Face Kit Light Contouring Kit by Sleek. I'm going to use a bit of this colour into the hollows of the cheeks on Ali. So taking the same brush I use my powder with, I'm just going to take a bit of that. And if you just suck your cheekbones in for me, Ali, and if you just follow down the top of the ear, so you just start to add a bit of shape to the skin, go into the hollows of the temples a little bit as well. So near the brow, coming up around the hairline. I'm going to use a small powder brush by Real Techniques setting powder, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that down the nose as well. So just turn that way for me. Just sort of, just to add a little bit of extra shape, just following on from your kind of contoured eye. Okay, so next I'm going to do Ali's lips. I'm going to take a little bit of Boldly Bare by MAC, and I'm just going to line this over the lip balm that we already had on. So I'm not going to go over Ali's natural lip. I'm just going to fill in the lip a little bit. A few of my favourite drugstore products by Collection. These are Cream Puff, which are moisturising lip cream, and they actually dry really matte, very similar to a product Giorgio Armani used to do. And these are just really, really great nude tones. I'm actually going to mix them together on the back of my hand, and they smell like ice cream, which is really nice. So I'm going to mix those together, and literally just with my finger, I'm going to mix those and then just dab them onto the lips. So it's just going to give a really nice kind of modern finish. So I'm just making the colour on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to add that to the lip. And then just finishing with a brush into the inside corners. And then you can just kind of dab that with your finger. Okay, so that's the lip, just really nice paired, neutral. And it's a really good kind of budget buy, this lip, I think. It's such a good product. And there we have it, that's the finished look. So really beautiful mushroomy eye, very simple lip, and just focusing more on contour and very nice flat one-dimensional skin. But we've got the eyebrows as well as a little special touch. So hope you like that, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like if you like it and subscribe in the subscribe box. Take care, bye.